What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. And today we're checking out a package coming all the way, a box coming all the way from Sweden. We got a chance to check out Lex Custom International scales before, and we did an install here on the Microtech MSI, which, I mean, these titanium scales look oh so good. Check out the upload in the channel if you haven't already. I'll have everything linked down below. But yeah, I've been really carrying this thing a ton here in the channel since I put these scales on. Always gives me a feeling of like a whole new different knife whenever you do something as simple as swapping out scales. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna find out what scales we have in here and go from there. If you guys are ready, I'm ready. Here we go. Bam, boom. Even comes with sound effects, and yeah, that was quite the force right there, Miguel. Look at this. All right, we got a nice packaging, and oh man, guys, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. These are gonna look pretty epic. On you already know it, on a good old Stitch from Microtech. This has been one of my favorite knives. I use it as a size comparison knife here on the channel, and just absolutely love that thing. Now, these are looking raw, bro. Look at this. Oh man. So by the way, I love the design on these because they got the rectangles at different angles and different shapes, right? Which looks really good. Obviously it's going to be symmetrical, right, from one side to the other. Check out the milling on the inside. These are going to match the liners inside of the stitch. So we're going to cut to the chase and get right on with it, because I cannot wait to see what these titanium scales look like on this knife. Take a closer look. This is the Stitch here with the G10 scales, black G10 scales on this thing, and that's how I got it. I know there were some aluminum versions out there and stuff like that, but my goal was always to get the most affordable Stitch possible. Obviously, it has the M390 steel with the Mortal Kombat sauce in there for the M390 MK from Microtech, if you know what I mean. But yeah, my goal was always to upgrade these scales at some point, and I think we have just a thing here, guys. So I'm excited for that. These things are going to look pretty awesome on the Stitch. So if you're ready for this journey, let's go ahead and get to it here. We're going to be using the Otacle D1 from Oknife. I'm going to get my TA bit, and I know I'm going to need a T20 here for that. So I'm going to get my Strebito T10 ready to go as well. And we're going to get to disassembling here right away. Waste no time, guys. Everything is going to be linked down below. The Strebito Toolset has come really clutch for me in the past. So let's see here, T20. Let's have that ready to go right there. And the other thing we need is a good old magnetic tray. So in case stuff goes flying or what have you, right, we can just put the screws in there and they don't go anywhere. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. I'll put some music on the screen or something background so you guys can follow along. But here we go. All right, guys, so we have the first scale off, but yeah, we still got some work to do here. Quite a lot of oil here. I never knew was under this G10. There is the liner, by the way. This would be a good time to test those liners. Are these steel liners? Are they titanium liners? All right, let's get the magnet of truth. Or those are steel liners. What is titanium though is this good old backspacer back here. Big crown backspacer you have on the Stitch. That is titanium. Let's see here. Last time I had the RAM-LOK fall apart on me. So let me try to avoid that if I can. Otherwise I'll end up going in here and cleaning everything here the best that I can. Now, I want to put this guy in here just to get a visual. And man, oh man, this thing is going to look right, you guys. So look at this, right? Look at the difference, right? With the black G10, with the tie scales now. Oh, brother, this thing is going to look really, really nice. Now, what I want to do is I want to put some screws here just as a placeholder, so I don't have this side falling apart on me. I'm also going to put a little bit of the 242 Loctite Threadlocker, the blue one, not the red one. And this is going to, keep those screws in there, right, nice and tight. It's going to also allow for me to be able to disassemble in the future if I need to. It has medium strength, so this is what I would recommend. Well, the other thing you notice too is with these custom scales, you do get rid of the reversible pocket clip. That is fine by me now because I'm a righty, so I'm never gonna swap the pocket clip over to the left or as a, mounted as a lefty. But I'm pretty sure Alex has some lefty versions out there too. If you're interested, definitely check him out. I have links to everywhere these are available, and you can check out Lex Customs International on IG as well. Also wanted to point out we have a screw difference here. So these smaller, thinner screws are going to be for the front. So here and here, closer to the RAM-LOK, whereas the thicker screw right there is going to be for the back, right here, these two guys. So I got these two screws in there just holding this one side in place, and I'm going to go ahead and get the other side taken apart. Here we go. And now for the moment of truth, I'm going to remove the pivot on this side. This is where everything may fall apart here a little bit, so let's just see how that goes. All right, this is just pushing it through to the other side like that. All right, we have removed the pivot. There it is. It has a little bit of a D shape on this side. It is flat right here. So there we go. The blade came out, you know, as you would expect once you remove the pivot holding it in place. Right, the blade comes out, and a couple of things, right? Check out the ball bearing situation here. Quite the big ball bearing assembly. All right, that's looking nice. I'll definitely give this thing a clean here. Another good practice too is usually putting painter's tape here in the edge, just so that you protect yourself. But I am a YouTube professional and I don't have tape on hand right now, so I'll go ahead and bypass that part. I'll also put a little bit of pivot lube on this thing, all right, once I'm assembling it as well. So I'm doing this very, very carefully. This is a live edge. If you ever wonder what a stitch blade looks like, bam, there it is. And by the way, I was actually avoiding doing all this, but I might as well, since I'm here, right, get in there and clean it up a bit. So there we go. I'm gonna take this liner off. It's probably gonna be a good chance, you know, to clean around the knife and whatnot. So might as well, right, go for the full journey, right? Don't stop halfway. So I'm gonna take everything apart here like I did for the MSI. So this is the RAM-LOK bar, I guess, if you want to call it. Get you a closer look. All right, take a look at that, what it looks like. And then you have, you know, this bar right here, right, with a coil spring. Last time the spring went flying. This spring is actually sitting on there a little bit tighter than the MSI was. So let me go ahead and clean there, right? There's a lot of pocket lint going on, but yeah, essentially, right, this is what you got right here. The spring there on that bar goes into this hole, and you are pulling back on that bar like that every single time. Now this bar right here hinges on this guy. This guy is held on both sides by a body screw, actually, the one behind the RAM-LOK right there. And so that's pretty much how the cookie crumbles. So, all right, I think we got everything as clean as we possibly can. Let's go ahead and start putting stuff in place. So my first thing would be this guy. It is a little bit of a, not D shape, but it has a flat side on both ends. So it falls precisely in a given way, like so. All right, just fell in place. I could put a screw on this side just to hold it in place so it doesn't go anywhere on me. So I might do that. Keep in mind, I'm gonna come back in and Loctite all of these guys, but you know, having some patience is always important. So make sure you got plenty of that. There we go. I'm not gonna ultra tie it down. I'm just holding it in place. Still got some oils over here. I'm gonna wipe out. I mean, needless to say, these come really very oiled from the factory. So there you go. So now this is titanium. The handle, the back spacer is titanium as well. So that's looking really nice. The only steel parts will be obviously these cartridge, you know, liners or what have you. So good old Stitch, made in the USA with Sweden made and designed titanium scales. So that's awesome. Good combo right there if you ask me. All right, here we go. Put this guy in there like that. Here's the RAM-LOK. Let's line it up here with the hole. Line it up right there like that. Push there, bing, bam, boom. There we go. So it works like that, see? All right, when you pull back on the RAM-LOK, not rocket science. I mean, it's pretty simple, straightforward stuff. So now, here's what we want to do. So I'm going to put the one ball bearing cage here on this side. It's already pretty oiled, but you know, the knife nerd in me says, hey, just, you know, a couple of drops of KPL won't hurt. So just like a little triangular pattern right there. 3 drops, like a triangle. You're good to go. Now, obviously, I'm going to want to put the pivot from this side like that. There we go. That's going to guide everything. And then I'm gonna hope and pray that this thing doesn't fall by mounting it. Well, you could mount the ball bearing like that. Sure, that works. There we go. I'm gonna put the other one in here. Again, I'm doing this very carefully because you would ideally want to painter's tape or just tape up the edge on the knife, right, to be extra safe. So three drops of KPL right there as well. There we go. Just wiggle, make sure it falls all the way down. Now it's time for this liner. Checking to make sure I don't miss anything. That falls in place like so. In an ideal world, right, everything would just, I mean, the machining is so precise, right? You have to align. Let me try to align the pivot first. There we go. So it actually worked out better with the blade close. And yeah, everything is falling where it should be. The blade is not hitting the backspacer or anything. So we're good there. And now, time to put this guy on. Oh baby, here we go. All right, I think we can actually go full on Loctite now. Just gonna put the pivot in here, make sure it doesn't fall apart on me. And so here we go with the blue Threadlocker 242 from Loctite. I'm just gonna put a blue rag in here for any overspill. And just gonna put a little bit of this on every screw. All right, we got the blue stuff in there. Blue, dabba dee, dabba dum. Okay, here we go. Put it in here. I'm not gonna fully tighten it yet. I'm just gonna go just enough. So I might need to readjust it later, right, to make sure I have good action. But it's coming together real nice, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and get everything buttoned up, right? Also transfer the pocket clip as well. And then we'll check out what this thing looks like here. Just a second. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys are ready for the final reveal. Here we go. Bam! Check out the Microtech Stitch now with the Lex Custom International scales right here. Holy macaroni. I mean, this is certainly a whole different knife right here. A couple of things I noticed too while doing this one is the acoustics change a little bit. It also sounds slightly like if you're used to your stitch sounding a certain way, it actually sounds a little bit different now with these scales, and not necessarily in a bad way. I mean, I kind of like it. It sounded, I don't know, a little bit more talky, if that makes any sense with the previous scales. But yeah, now it actually sounds very nice and looks very nice. I mean, let me set this thing down here so you guys can get a closer look. Does it fit on frame? Does it not fit on frame? I hope so. There you go. Look at this thing. Oh man, you know, if you've been following the channel for any amount of time, you know this is my cup of tea right here, a monochromatic knife like this, right, with the gray tones, titanium, milling, right, definitely checks all those boxes. And yeah, these scales certainly delivered in that front, there's no doubt about it. And of course you still got the great old, you know, good old ergos, right, huge knife that this is. Still got the awesome premium steel, and now some additional sauce. Right, it looks and feels even better. Oh man, a couple of things I learned from the last install, and I might just do this to the MSI. I didn't compress the clip a little bit, so I ended up with a clip that didn't necessarily sit flat. So I'm gonna do this to the MSI in a second. I ended up actually squeezing the clip down a little bit, and I ended up with a very flat, right, you know, very, very tensiony pocket clip there. So there's no clicking on that one, right? This is what you would avoid if you just simply, you know, I even just use my human force, my fingers, to just compress it down a bit, and you know, definitely created that pocket clip there experience where there is no clicking going on. So I'll do this to the MSI. Definitely that was a takeaway. Couple other things, you know, don't be afraid to go in all the way, I guess. If you try to do a disassembly and you're trying to cut it short, and how can you possibly do it without the whole thing falling apart? It's okay. It's okay if it falls apart, because you're learning, and it definitely gives you an insight of how the whole system works, right? So it's a very awesome. The RAM-LOK system is really, really good, and that's nice to see, you know, kind of the under the hood breakdown of how everything looks like. And now obviously I have a much cleaner inside because I, you know, was able to wipe everything down a bit, clean it up, even put some KPL on the pivot, ended up doing the Loctite on all the different screws. Again, all that's going to be linked down below, guys, if you want to check it out. But yeah, definitely, needless to say, very impressed here with the outcome. Honestly, I know there are other titanium manufacturer, aftermarket scale manufacturers out there, but I think that Lex Custom International here is doing a killer job, right? These are reasonably priced. Right, I have them all linked down below if you guys want to check more. But guys, let me know your thoughts on this one. What do you like about it? What do you love about it? Is there anything you dislike about it? Let me know. Let's hang out in the comment section down below. I am absolutely impressed, and you know this thing is going right in the pocket here the moment this video is over. Shout out to Alex for sending these in for me to check out and share with you guys. If you made it to the end, you are awesome. Thank you so much for your love and support. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you made it to the end, you're the real MVP. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Either this one or this one. Peace.